to be safe. And level 1 is about safe, but included in that 1.4 under level 1 is PLC. Now PLCs never came to my mind when I thought about safety, school safety, but that's under there. So what we're going to do today is take some time at your tables and go through the vocabulary, what you would see in the question as where you would all need to be on the same page on what that meaning is. You should have 3 pages, and it starts with 1.1 and it goes to 1.8.
I need your page, Miss Debbie.
No.
Pay attention. Pay attention. Listen, Linda. Listen.
Who hadn't seen it? So you didn't take it? No. You're talking about something else. I get out of your business. I was like, you were with me. I haven't seen it.
Listen, Linda. The Listen, Linda video.
I bet she has.
Lindsay, before we leave, while we're done, could you find the Listen Linda video? Okay.
Linda.
So at your tables,
Yeah,
look at 1.1.
little Hispanic boy. Have you not seen
Have you not seen it?
Is that the one where he's dancing?
No. He's talking to his mom. He said, listen, Linda, listen.
He's getting in trouble, and
So
he's
you
trying
see
to
the
talk
first
himself
one
out of it.
says, our school is a
Mama's
safe
name's Linda.
place. So you need to have discussion at your table. I'm not gonna give you long because we're gonna go through these, about what safe means. And you all have to come to a consensus on what the word safe. And then you would do the same thing. Our school is an orderly place. What does that mean to you? It's not my desk. Those of you who know my desk, it's not orderly. But what does that mean? Is that walking down the hall to the right? Everybody walking to the right? What is that orderly? And you have to come to a consensus, because here's the thing, when you take the survey, we're all over the place on what we think that means, our results.
Move that paper
We
back.
can't, when we start working on that and doing action plans, it may not fit what you thought it was, so we all have to come to consensus.
We're gonna
So-
pull this table back so we can walk up.
I'm gonna give you, 3 minutes at your table to talk about 1.1. Somebody start a timer. Linda Harton, start a timer, please.
How many
Here, I'll put it
minutes?
on the board. I'll put it on the board.
You got it on the board?
How much?
Okay,
minutes.
3.
3. You gonna put on the board?
Can we have a person that went to the training at our table with us?
Can you?
Yeah. To
Sure.
guide us, to be our guide.
Okay, so if you're an HRS person, Miss Elizabeth's team needs you. Miss Dina, would you move to Miss Elizabeth's table?
Okay, I'm gonna go.
Miss Terry?
I didn't go to training, I had a sick kid that day. We just need a
You're
guide.
there. That guy.
God.
Yes, Chris. Okay, we're good to go.
We're trying to get you to watch the listen.
We're gonna guide them in our contest.
Okay.
So you're gonna guide them.
Are we gonna do this whole thing?
Yeah, Linda, come on now.
1.1 is, we have 3 minutes for 1.1.
Oh. 3 minutes for 1.1.
Our school's a safe place.
Well, she just wants us to get on the same page as like some of the keywords like safe, order, ladies, and what that looks like. Because some person's version of safe is not another person's version of safe. Like my version of safe is different than other people's. And so she just wanted us to get on the same page as to what we call safe place.
As far as the incident, so I think if
I think we're better, but we're not there yet.
Okay, so what do you think?
We should have doors that are unlocked.
Safe is?
Oh,
Like the
safe.
definition.
Being able to get out of a window if we need to, which we can on our side of kindergarten hall.
So like.
Are you saying like-
access like 2 exit points?
So when you think safe, you're thinking about like emergency procedures.
Yes, emergency
Yes.
procedures.
And not like
See, that's not what
Outside being able
that's
to
not what
get
I
in.
would think of as safe. That's what the, I mean, I'm not saying
See,
that,
that's
that's what the,
See,
like when
that's
I think
where
of
my
safe,
thoughts
I'm
went
like,
to, too.
I was
Like
thinking of
emergency
day-to-day stuff,
right,
like no backpacks in the
right,
hallway.
right. That's what we're trying to do is,
Okay,
because I wouldn't have gone straight to emergency procedures.
I would have.
See, and I did too.
I would think more of what can happen, like not necessarily what you would do to get out of a situation.
See, because I was thinking like that and like a command center for the school, like in an emergency, like where's our meeting place, stuff like that.
So who's, I mean, what is
Nobody's
it?
right, we just need to all,
We all need to vote the
when we
same
take the
way.
survey and we answer the questions,
And like,
we all need to be thinking, you know, along the same lines of safe and orderly.
and like just thinking about the school, and is it to where people cannot just walk up?
Okay, we've only done one and we have 12 seconds left.
We've got 3 minutes for 1.1.
We have 6 seconds left.
You have another minute or two?
We're through. We got one done.
How many?
A lot of
We only discussed the first one.
Okay, we're gonna put,
Talking about number one, if we should put one.
we're gonna put 4 more minutes on the clock. That's a minute per thing.
So we need to come up.
You know,
Do we need to come up with an
you're not
answer?
saying whether you are orderly. We're not discussing that. What does it mean?
Orderly.
What does that mean when it comes to consensus table?
Right, like classroom management, procedures in the hallway, procedures.
I think we're orderly.
Like lining up,
Yeah.
line up after transition procedures maybe.
Going to the AR, going to the nurse.
Exit the building class in a,
Orderly fashion.
well, in an emergency situation, would they remain orderly? If you practice orderly, they're more apt to not.
They do well during fire drills.
Yeah.
Like, what if we ever had to run like off campus? Have we ever set up like a where to tell your kids to make like what if because we've had situations where we've told them, okay, just spread, but like, aren't we supposed to have a place where we tell them, okay, everybody's gonna meet here,
Yep, you're supposed to,
like,
like a command center.
yeah, like you're gonna meet us at the police station, or I don't know.
Okay, I'd say move on to the next,
Clear specific rules
Sam.
and procedures.
not the 1.2, you're still on 1.1, but if you're on
That's like
orderly
your
or,
behavior matrix
emergency management,
Expectations.
move on to the next.
that she showed earlier.
I don't think
The
we have
jacks.
I mean, I'm not back to you on the procedures as far as a shooter or something. I don't think we have to. But rules, I mean, we have rules.
So y'all are still
It's
going back to
cars.
emergency.
Yeah, we keep
We're-
going
I'm
back
still
to emergency.
thinking about day to day. So that's,
See, I
Gotta
never
be
thought about that when I was
covered.
doing I never thought about backpacking.
I always thought emergency.
Oh, you doing the emergency management?
No.
You're still on orderly?
Safe.
Our school has clear
Safe
and
and
specific
procedures.
rules and
We are emergency minded and they are everyday minded.
Most of this is
Survey, I
for,
never thought about backpacks in the hall then.
Well, see that we didn't do it like that. We thought of emergency.
No, emergency's the next one.
so clear specific rules and procedures. So that's like transition time, cafeteria time, hallway time, bathroom time. And that's what I'm saying, like the behavior matrix that Miss Dina did lines out those rules and procedures all around the school. So we're not, to me, that's what that's.
That everybody's on the same page everywhere.
Yes. I know the emergency. We can make it as short as we need to.
Okay.
Faculty and staff perceive the school environment as safe and
I know the emergency management procedures for our school.
That
That would be like the
the-
command center, where to
yes.
go if you have to evacuate, what doors to exit for a fire drill. things
Which
like
route do different? grade levels take to the command center. Because you don't all want to be in the same area.
Or
And
tornado
then once you get
drills,
there-
we never know what to do for it. We never know how to see it.
Well, and I had said, like, for mine.
Remember, all you're doing is discussing what it means, not how you fix it,
Like, so they're gonna
not
be blown out
score
there.
it, not problem solve it, just what it means.
My students and I regularly practice implementing emergency management procedures for specific situations. That'd be like fire drills, tornado drills, evacuation, critical incident drills, right?
Right.
Our school's emergency management procedures are updated on a regular basis. So again, that's a big thing, big drills. What do you say kinda about, what is your differing thought?
Oh, just, you're reading about the implementing emergency, I mean, we just haven't went through like a full, you know, like, all of our shooting drills have either been done
Okay.
right outside the door or.
No, but just.
So let's stop right
when you
here
read that, that's
before we
what
go on
you
to
think of, the shooter drills, fire
1.2.
drill, tornado drill.
First of all, do you see how some of us have different opinions on what, how could you transfer that into utilizing that in your classroom?
My kids, my boys' opinion is very different than my girls' opinions.
Well, and even if you're giving an assessment or something, you know, even what you're asking, sometimes in their mind it might be something different. Because that was kind of an aha for me when we started going through this, that I could see how that can make a big difference in the outcome of the surveys, although I was pretty pleasantly surprised at the results of our survey. Is that how just having that, everybody being on the same page of what this means. Third grade, if the state does decide to reissue the survey, I would want you to walk through this with your kiddos and have those conversations and decide as a class, really as a hallway, so third grade teachers would need to make sure y'all are doing it today. And then as a class, this is what this means, so that when we take it, the score will be more accurate on the meaning. Seven minutes on the clock, that's a minute per thing, and you're not trying to figure out how to fix it if you think we need work on it. All you're trying to do is talk about what keywords in the STEM, what they mean.
Students and parents describe our school as a safe place.
It's kind of the same thing.
Would they have an
It's
opinion
like
on that?
students and parents, except it's not us, it's them.
Rules and procedures.
I mean,
It's usually around 3:30.
Go ahead. Doing what?
Do I need to just not ask any questions about that?
What are you doing? I was telling her something about, it was about a. Jana gave me her thank you card for her wedding gift last year, or you know, a year ago, and gave it to me and told me to give it to you. I found it in my computer.
Oh,
You can misconstrue those
she is
first two.
not gonna care about
It's
that.
not even really our opinion. Students and their parents are
What
aware.
parents are aware.
If she knew I never got to.
I mean, students are.
Oh my gosh. I thought you were fixing to tell me like you were fixing to like do something wrong. I was like, what's she fixing to do?
So like on the fourth one, their social media. Like, what do you think of when you
Just stick it in her mailbox.
that?
Well, I wanted to hand it to her. It's
Oh.
Allow.
my fault, but she probably let Jana never even write me a
I would just be like, when you
I
you
don't-
read social media, like I think Facebook, we got that to check on. But like if you're taking the survey, you may think, well, no, because I can't do that on the Google things on your website, so I'm not going to do that. And social media should be encompassing
that
all of
hotline?
that. Yeah.
To allow anonymous
Huh?
reporting of potential incidents.
Is that what we're talking about?
Our school uses social media to allow anonymous reporting of potential incidents. So that's what I was saying, like when I took it, I said, yes, we did that because we've got Facebook. But like another parent reading that might say, well, might not even think of Facebook. And I said, no, I can't do it on Twitter, so they're getting a bad mark.
See, and
But
I
that's
said
what,
no because
that's what
it's
you're,
allowing anonymous reporting of potential incidents.
I just heard
Well, and how do you do that anonymous? But I'm sure there's a way.
what I just thought. I know somebody. That's
But on
what just.
Facebook, it's like, it shows their account. How do you anonymously report? Do we have a way? Or then
We
report
don't,
these-
I'm just
thinking of
saying,
bullying.
I'm just trying to give y'all examples, when I read the question, I may mark it, yeah. So what do you think of when you think of social media? Facebook, right. Or, cause they're fixing that, they're putting a Google form link on our website. So they're taking care of that one, 'cause that was one that we got marked down in. But then, like, again, potential incidents, what would you think that would be?
Something.
Like a
And
thread?
they-
Yeah.
Now but that's not what I thought when I took the class. That's just what I thought when I heard it read.
I was thinking of just a bullying.
Well, I was gonna say, on the form, they're including like bullying, threats, harassment. But like, we need to be on the same page about what the
Like my
potential
son,
incidents
my son
are.
said,
Hey, the
think
clock
about cities
stopped.
bringing guns.
Right.
Make it anonymous.
Or even somebody like at the
That's not
grocery
what I
store
thought
could have
when I was-
overheard
We're gonna get a couple
somebody
extra
saying, you
minutes.
know, talk about, I'm
Right.
going to beat up that teacher tomorrow.
Yeah, that's not how I read it. Reporting of potential. I'm thinking we've been on lockdown. Somebody put it on Facebook.
Oh, you're talking about us doing the reporting, not
I'm just
the
thinking
parent
that.
or the student.
When I took this, I thought of it in terms of if we were to have a critical incident, it leaking out before the school had a,
We definitely need,
had a chance
there's
to.
too many ideas in all this means.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But I didn't even, but that's not what when I heard y'all read it just now. It's not what came to mind.
Our school has a system that allows school leaders to communicate with parents about issues. So that's kind of what you were talking about, right?
When I read this, I thought of like the school code that we're just school way out anyway, but the school today because the roads are,
Yeah.
snow. That's what I thought.
Yeah, I think that's what I think of too. Do you have any other ideas of what that means?
Which
I mean, that's what I think of, just being able to.
Do like a
Put it
blank,
out there and we do
blanket
that.
message of, hey,
School leaders coordinate with local law enforcement agencies regarding school safety issues.
10, I said no.
That's like,
We don't have a school resource officer.
I asked the same thing in the HRC
Most
meeting.
schools do, I mean, it would help. If they did truancies, they,
Build
would help with
relationships.
But the police are out here some.
Yeah,
Walking
and
the
traffic
halls on
every morning,
campus at
a lot of them
recess
work
and stuff.
out.
there's a law that schools can hire their own resource officer that does not even have to be a police officer.
Yeah, I know that there, when we went and visited CrossFit, they had one, and he would see him like walking the halls, walking the parking lot, and then he had his own like a little office where he viewed all the security cameras.
But see, to me, that's more like just coordinating with law enforcement for in case of an emergency.
Yeah.
Like a way to get them here, like for them to come in and do drills with us,
Right,
and to practice coming in and get the shooter out or whatever. And we don't do that, but to me, that's what that is more so than just having somebody present on campus.
Yeah, we don't,
And like,
but
in
they do come when we
Fayetteville-
need them.
Like in Fayetteville, our cameras were connected to the police department. So when they pressed the button and sealed the office off, they could bring up our cameras and they could view, our cameras. So before they even came into the school, they would know.
They always go to the basketball game, football game.
Our school resource officer, he was with the school all the time, checking the doors, making sure that asking parents, like whose kid is yours and what are you doing, the people who are on holidays.
I'm wondering if we did have, like what you mentioned about the officers come in and go through the drills with us about, well, I'm sure that the kids would not be more attentive to them than they are to us. Because they're, in uniform and they provide respect,
Well, it was neat, one of the exercises that we did in Midvale was our school resource officer always did the active shooter training with the faculty, and we had to go into our rooms and shut the door, and he shot blanks in different parts of the building, so you could see that it don't sound like a gun shot. You would think it was like a mop hitting the floor or something like that.
We're
That
on
was
1-2.
interesting.
We got one more.
Which was neat for me because, you know, you think you understand what a gunshot, but when you're hearing it from like another hallway.
Engage parents in the community regarding school safety issues. That's pretty self-explanatory.
Since most everybody's doing 1.2,
Hey, I do have some cushions. You want one?
Yes, where?
On one of them, it says our school uses social media to allow anonymous reporting of potential incidents. And we have not done that. The whole district has not done that. But since this training, because at some point we're going to have to provide some evidences for this, of what we're doing. I spoke with Vicki, and she's just waiting on the administrators to come up with a form. And our presenter, when he talked, you know, when we hear social media, we think Twitter, Facebook, all that, but it's really just some way digitally. And so, we're going to develop a form, and it'll be on the district website, and the parents will be able to go anonymously report incidences, and, you know, and it'll, just like, and then it'll send it out. So like right now, when we do the interviews and people apply, before they do the interviews, when they apply, if it's for elementary, it comes to Regina and I. If it's middle school or high school, it goes to those principals. So they would denote what campus, then that incident report would come to the campus, and then, we've looked at it like maybe putting the who, when, where on it, and things like that for us to investigate. So, we know we don't do that, but we had to get social media defined, because we knew on Facebook, we didn't want that to be back and forth with us and stuff. So we're gonna solve that with a link on the district website.
I was gonna say, I'm thinking this is gonna be like an absolute overload of.
I don't think it will be, because I don't think parents, y'all, I'm just gonna tell you, their kids are involved, your kids are involved in so much, I don't think there's gonna be that many parents. I may be surprised that are gonna take their time to go in unless they really do. Like I had a parent this last week that feels like their child is repeatedly being, she didn't use the word bullying, and I appreciated that, but bothered by another child. I could see that parent going on and doing that and getting those kind of incident reports. We're looking at maybe having to click down where they could choose among, you know, maybe it's sexual harassment, maybe it's, we don't wanna just put bullying, that could be on there, but, you know, that's educating our parents, just like having our conversations about what bullying really is. So we've talked about having a drop-down list, and then thinking of some of the things that we deal with a lot, and having that as choices, but also having a place for other in case it's not there. Because we want to try to make it as simple for them, but yet get enough information so that we could, if it's going to be anonymous with them, they can even put the kids' names so that we can investigate. Okay, you want to look at 1.3?
How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. There's not any, and there's not any confusing words in that one, is there? Okay. Techniques and systems are in place to collect data and information from teachers on a regular basis. So I guess maybe techniques and systems is something you could have questions about. So what do you think of?
So what do you mean? What do you think it means?
What, do we have a way for y'all to
Collect
Like a
data.
survey
I collect
or
data
either
all
a-
the time.
So do you have a way to
Yes,
collect that
yes,
data from them?
Yes.
From the teachers?
Yeah, yeah.
put data and information from teachers
I
on
get
a
data
regular
from you all the
basis?
time.
I know, but it's on students.
That's what it's
Yeah.
talking about.
Oh, I said teachers have formal roles in decision-making process involving the school incentives.
It's like giving teachers.
That's teacher input.
Voice and choice,
Well,
teacher agency.
that would be easy to do.
But if you tell the teachers, collect this data, they really don't have a choice, or is this something that's in their process?
What are they collecting data on?
I gotta go back and read that rubric.
How are they collecting data on how they feel about something, or are they collecting data on?
No, that's what she's saying. It's about asking your teachers questions, giving them surveys about how things are going, not collecting data on students for
Okay,
instruction.
well, we do
Well,
surveys.
we definitely have a system in place. I mean, all we know how to
Yeah, this is what
make a
it
Google
says
form
for
and
that
do it.
1.3.
Is that a printout of the actual thing?
I'll do a survey at the end of the year and say, you know, what you think, how things are going. See, I know that at the end of every year.
Well, this is just for overall.
What are you talking about? What survey are you talking about?
I didn't want to
We
say
take
I don't know
a
what you're talking
survey
about.
at the end of every
I
year
wasn't gonna
that
say
says,
anything.
and ask you like 50 questions.
That's
Not
the-
from our district. I mean,
Yes,
not from our
it is. It actually is. The co-op pushes that out.
Yeah,
But it's not questions about our school, it's about questions about the co-op.
no,
And the services that were provided.
From the co-op.
no.
But
It's
the
about,
co-op-
She's talking about like, you know.
it asks about the principals. It asks about the instructional facilitators. It asks about. We took it one time. Anyway.
You just take a different
Now the truth
survey
comes
than
out.
everybody
I
else.
remember taking it.
Might have been 10 years ago. She don't know.
I remember taking that not long ago.
The applying on the rubric is for specific types of decisions. The school implemented formal processes to involve teachers in the decision-making process for school initiatives, and it can produce lagging indicators, which we're not gonna go there.
Because we had talked
I'm,
about,
I'm
you
hard
know, like
yes on that because y'all
dot
do give teachers choices in programs that we,
Well, and BLT, those are elected lead teachers that,
I mean, any,
like, I mean, there's gonna be times that you're not gonna have a choice. But then there's, you know, times you are gonna have a choice.
There, just from this discussion we're having right here.
We're all over the place.
Yes.
Especially you, Linda.
I know I took that survey. I'm just saying that we all think of these.
she
as
is on her
different.
island over
So we need a definition for each individual.
Can't wait to watch the Listen Linda video.
Notes and reports exist documenting how teacher input was used.
I guess that would be like BLT notes.
Like evidence that
Yeah.
we listened.
Mm.
Well, and even at like the district level, some of y'all were on the board.
I was about to say, there's
The
all kinds
PL
of
team and the
Yeah.
sick leave. Would it not be
So
the?
is the HRS team the one that was like looking around the grounds and stuff? That's,
that was a safety committee.
oh. Too many different committees.
Yeah, we gotta hurry. We got 31 seconds. Electronic tools.
There's your online survey.
Sure, there it is, right there. I knew we had it. Let's go. Groups of teachers are targeted to provide input regarding specific.
Yes, your
we do.
BLT.
BLT, right
Yeah.
there.
And HRS now and. But somebody said something about like sick leave, like your PPC committees, that would go back to, you know, school initiatives, making decisions and stuff. Even more than just at the campus level, at the district level.
Okay, I'm tired of this.
I understand.
Because it's just overwhelming. We just need to appoint a
It hasn't
committee
been
to
boring
decide what it all
discussion.
means.
It hasn't been boring discussion.
At the tables that are actually discussing.
Oh, are we not?
Are we the only one discussing it?
Whenever we have this survey next time, we should all need to get in the room.
You just need like examples of,
Make sure we understand what the question is. This is what this is asking.
like
The
on
HRS team should get together and do that.
And make a decision on what each one of them
Basically, you want
is.
somebody to get up
Well, I
and
want us
say,
to have
this is what this
conversations with one
means.
before.
Now vote on it.
Now vote on it.
Yeah.
Like, don't give an opinion. Like, just say, like, don't let people interpret it for themselves. Just say, this is what it means.
It's not if this is what it really is supposed to be meaning.
9 minutes.
If we don't have.
Okay, we're gonna put a final 9 minutes. We're gonna finish finish 1.4, which is on PLCs. And then, I think what we'll do is, if you're okay with this, is the HRS team, because there's 2 players from each grade level, we'll get together and we'll kind of go through, Linda would like a document, and kind of put what we perceive, you know, what the meaning of keywords are, so that we're all on the same page, if y'all are okay with that. Or if you wanna keep going through these, we
I
can.
want a survey on the survey.
I'm hard.
She likes taking surveys.
Okay, so.
Next time they send out a
9
survey, I'm
minutes,
gonna message you
1.4,
so bad.
And then HRS, we have what?
Number 1, yes, we do have that. Number 2, our school
Linda, it's not do you do it.
What is your professional learning community? What is your idea of that?
This is a professional learning community process is in place in our school, yes. I mean, how can we not say no?
You're not saying yes or no. What is your idea of a PLC? Your weekly meetings or the way we communicate with each other?
Or our weekly meetings.
Anytime it's
It is really not.
Huh?
That's not a PLC.
Well, no, it's not how they're supposed to be.
you can also
That's
make
the
it.
lead teacher.
Look, when you get to here, look at my school.
It's just
Couldn't that also be like the co-op?
2 low.
Professional
I mean,
learning.
I'm trying
Is
to
that
be
what
as
they're saying?
We call it a PLC,
Yeah, we call it one,
but
but
it's
it's not like
well,
this
our weekly meetings are not truly a
PLC, no.
So, like, if I were marking this honestly, she said, "Oh yeah, we do that because we do the weekly meetings."
Yeah, we
but
do
if
the
you
weekly
read that
meetings.
question, no.
Because there's a certain way you do PLCs.
Well, I marked yes that y'all
Yeah,
do
we
that.
PLCs, we're not doing 100%.
Right, yes,
But we're
that's
trying
right.
to get there. We don't have the written goals. That's one thing I've been harping on.
Yeah.
With
Or agenda.
actions.
Yeah.
School leaders regularly examine collaborative teams.
She don't have written goals.
Hey, when it talks about, I'm sorry,
can't
data
examine what
teams
we
are in
don't have.
place, because we're such a small school and we can have team, consider like data team be with, as part of your PLC when you're in PLC.
Y'all are being really hard on y'allself.
I think that our school's PLC collaborative team is great common assessment. Y'all are working on that.
Just say, just because I know
The grade
actually
levels are
talking
working
about
on it.
second grade having their,
I think we can
They're doing their
analyze it a
assessments.
little
they
better.
have to create.
Yeah, the next one, yes. But I think this year,
Oh, yeah, create. Yeah.
in like
What's the next one?
achievement and growth, we've done better this year than we have.
Oh, we can't hear y'all.
Analyze student achievement